Inmendham video. Yay. Maybe. Never know until it's done, right? So anyway, have an idea of sorts. Spent about 10 minutes thinking about it and saying, well, good enough. Yeah, what the hell. So I'm going to make a video asking 3 questions. And it's not like one of those old things where, no. Well, ask 4 questions, and the person can respond by answering 3 of them. And that will be the idea, is you respond to the 3 questions with an answer video, and you ask your own 3 questions. Well, 4 questions. And the person gets to choose 3 of them to answer. We'll see how it goes. If people make response videos, blah blah blah. And I plan on charting the videos that are made and creating some sort of viewer whatever rating, and some maybe then once a week we have a room, and the people who have made videos can be in the room, and maybe who gets into the room will be decided by whose videos got rated well or something like that, or just even room politics, just up thummies and down for people's names in the list of the room previously, and just people don't want in the room, and people who maybe they do want. Maybe just they don't want would be important. And so that person doesn't come back next week. Something like this, just kind of a vague thing. No effort put into it, because as we know, that can be a horrible waste of time on the internet. Yes, an effort. Because only stupid causes and stupid things and stupid people seem to attract what's called an audience from the things on the internet. Whatever they are, the people who have time for interneting. yeah. The people who have either they don't work, they don't have a good job, or they're rich. Not too many of those, I don't think. Well, Donald Trump maybe. But he doesn't know how to use the internet. He just knows how to do Twitter. So that's all his brain can. And it really is. It's 2017, and we have a president who doesn't use a computer. Anyway, there's so many things to just hate Donald Trump for. There's so many. Anyway, we'll get to that eventually too. What was my point? Oh, critiquing. Yes, the people on the internet. Or else they have no social imagination, in the sense they have no, they're not terribly interested in dealing with people on a personal level, like actually smelling the monkeys, having them breathe on them, which I don't blame them, mostly. But, are they married, or I don't know what the, I don't know, It's hard to figure, just because it's hard to imagine that people are as dumb as they appear to be on the internet. Hard for me to imagine. But, it is the idiocracy thing. We have just imported a bunch of, people who aren't very fascinating philosophically. In terms of their capacity even to interact. They don't even speak the language, for fuck's sake. That doesn't work out too well. So anyway, I'll get to that video next, Piero. Anyway, but there's obviously there's always bigger subjects. So anyway, I'm going to ask the 3 questions and try not to make this video an hour long. And, yes, you can add a little context to your question if you choose to, or you don't choose to. And, likewise with your answers. So leave us proceed with 3 not terribly well thought out, but all have some sort of purpose. Questions have a, it's not for the reason you think I asked it, kind of a questions, almost. All right, would you want to, now if you're a woman, you're going to have to just imagine if you were a man. you would you want to live a life without the desire to have sex or the ability to masturbate? That is, just no, like that whole part of your existence was eliminated and you just do the other part of existence. Whatever. Eating or something. Now, would you sign up for an average life without functioning sexual anything? Alright, when taking risk with somebody else's welfare, that is, anything you do to, impose on somebody, like having a kid or deciding what you're going to do with your children or how you're going to treat them or any of that kind of stuff, or even just selling something to somebody else or doing something else when you know blah 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 and da da da. How much self-interest should be allowed to pollute the decision to impose that risk? So I'm just curious what people's standard is for, like, you have an interest in, well, whatever. I mean, you can think of it. Like I said, having kids is your interest is, I have this desire, or I have some other kind of thing, and blah, 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 and she wants it, or some other kind of, whatever the self-interest is. How much of that should be allowed to pollute decisions? And, like, you don't like somebody, and somebody's polluting the water supply to the town that somebody you don't like is in. And so you have sort of a self-interest not to do anything about it because you want to kill the guy that you don't like. But, you're assigning risk to all the other people who will obviously probably not fare very well, that kind of thing. I mean, are you allowed to, like, shoot at a criminal running away on the street? Like, somebody rapes your wife or something, and he's running down the street, but the street has a whole bunch of people on it. What's the calculation? You want the guy dead. But you're risking putting a bullet in somebody who's minding their own business. That's sort of an interesting question, maybe. Alright, should society, number 3, like I said, you can choose 3 of these to answer. Should society essentially force people to want to live? I mean, this is really what we're doing, right? You tell people it's not nice to be suicidal. It's, oh, you don't like life, you're an idiot, and we got to fix you because you're obviously broken. I just want to know, are you one of those idiots who actually thinks it's insane or silly or ignorant or retarded or deficient or in some way profoundly defective to perceive life as futile and stupid and want to get the fuck out of here before you get cancer? Is somebody who thinks that way worthy of bludgeoning them into some sort of psychosis where they convert into a, life Jeebus lover? I mean, do you have a rational argument? I don't think there's a rational argument. I mean, the sub-question would be, well, if you don't think we should be, then why the fuck are we still doing that shit? Anyway, why is it okay? I mean, it's not only about the right to die, it's about the right to think life is stupid, and that's clearly not a right in this country, or in the world. Why is it not okay to inherit the biggest prizes in life, ownership of the economy, and a wonderful life as a rich and fancy person, and not okay to, and yet we have to earn the crappy prizes, like, oh, I got a $10 increase at work, so we have to earn a $10 salary increase by performing, by actually doing something productive, but we don't have to earn $10 billion. Is that acceptable? Is that rational? I mean, you don't have to earn $10 billion, and yet you have to earn an Olympic gold medal. It's, you know, only worth a couple $1,000. Gold plated and such. Probably. Anyway, so those are the questions to initiate the fun. And we'll see who wishes to participate and see where the questions lead and see where the commentary leads and such. And see what happens. See if it turns into anything or it turns into nothing. Like I said, I'll try to add features in terms of organization and such, or maybe somebody else to do that, a blog or a message board or some other kind of way to, you know, blah blah blah. But for now, okay, here's a rule. In the title of the video, just put the word 3 questions as one word. 3, number 3, questions. One word. Independent, by itself. No slashes or dashes before it, just space. 3 questions is one word, space. Put that in the title, and then the videos will be searchable and such. At least for now, until we have a better system of response videos and such. So there, I think that's probably does it. The word 3 questions could probably be in the description, but you know, Right, that's it. I shouldn't have folded that. Keep that for my records. Okay, oh, that's not where my records go. Records. There we go. Filed. Alright, so enough of a video, and let's see what happens. Probably next to nothing. But, you know, I was sort of thinking, like, you know, like I said, we could do this room thing, and it would sort of be like we just limit it to 3 people, though. You know, we wouldn't let anybody in the room. You know, because that you can't have too many people trying to have a conversation. You have to limit it. So it would be like 3 each week. There might be a different 3, but there would only be 3 or maybe 4. But that's it. So anyway, till the next time and such. Shortly, I should be making another video. Try some things and whatever. So till soon-ish.